E-cigs. Greetings, vapors, and welcome to a Move to Vapor product showcase. As always, my name is Thomas, and I'll be your demonstrator for today. Figured we'd do a little bit different of a demonstration video. You don't necessarily need to see my face, so I figure, hey, let's just do it this way. So today, I am going to show you the Geekvape S100. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus. There we are. Basically, in a nutshell, it's just an upgraded version of the Aegis Solo. This is a little bit newer of a device. Let's go ahead and open this up, and I'll show you what comes in your kit here. Set that off to the side. Product placement. So, you get the S100. Set that there. It's a little blurry because this camera is blurry for whatever reason. No matter how many times you try to get it in focus. Got the instruction manuals right here along with the warranty card information. And on the inside, you got the Geekvape Z Sub-Ohm 2021 tank. It's essentially the Geekvape Zeus tank that you can see here. It's got a top airflow, quarter turn for the top here, and the bottom does unscrew to pull out the coil, or atomizer, however you want to say it. This holds 5.5 milliliters of juice, and even the extra glass that you get from within this box also holds 5.5 milliliters of juice. Not only do you get that, but you do get a USB-A to USB Type-C charging cable, extra gaskets, and a tool, if you need it, to pull out the coil or atomizer. You get a spare atomizer, the extra glass, and of course, as always, you get free candy. So, let's go ahead and pop everything back in the box here. The tank itself does come pre-installed with a 0.2 ohm atomizer and can run between 70 to 80 watts, and the extra atomizer is a 0.25 and runs between 45 to 57 watts, and that's the recommended wattage that Geekvape says. So for now, we're just going to keep the tank in its box. I don't know if Jason covered it, but it's the Geekvape Zeus tank, essentially, that allows you to have top airflow instead of a bottom airflow device, because the top airflow makes it to where you don't have as many leaks compared to a bottom airflow device. So this particular device, the S100, let's get a little bit zoomed up here. It is smaller than the Solo itself, and I do have a Solo here. Let me take off that tank real quick. I'm going to move you here because if I don't, I'm going to break it. So, you can see here it's a little bit thinner on the sides. It's not as bulky and rounded compared to the Solo. I bet if I set it down, it might be a little bit better to see. Come on. Show me the focus. Whatever. And even looking at it at a profile, it's much thinner. The S100 does use an 18650 battery, so let's go ahead and pop one in. Got one of our MXJO 3000 milliamp hour batteries, and since I'm a nervous Nelly and have no fingernails, let's go ahead and pop it open with a little tool. This pops up. You've got a little notch here to pull up a little twist here, and this just unscrews open. Get out. And I think you should see a big red plus sign there. Follow the plus sign on the battery, it goes right in. And if you forget that the positive side goes in, you've got a minus sign that you can put to the negative side of the battery. And this just twists right on. Now you can cross-thread these, so just be careful. So the battery itself, right now it's off, just like many other ones. You just have to hit the power button or the firing button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, apparently it was on. All right, well, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the Geekvape logo come up, and then you have the screen. It is a pretty decently sized screen, almost an inch in width or in diagonal. On the screen itself, you do see your various information, how much wattage you're pushing through, your coils, resistance, the amperage, the voltage, and of course your puff count down at the bottom, and everything I said in that order. You are able to change the function from power to various ones, and you can change that by hitting the firing button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and now you're able to use the positive and negative buttons to change to the various ones. Now we recommend with this particular tank just keep it on power, otherwise you can really burn up your coils if you go to the variable voltage, and there goes my email, or the temperature control for the different ones there, like the nickel, the titanium, and the stainless steel. And that's mostly meant for people that do make their own coils for other devices, such as a dripper or a RDA. You are able to lock your wattage in. Let's just say we're going to keep it at 8 watts, but if you press and hold both of these down at the same time, you'll see that it will say, oh, you won't say it, but right above the W, let's see if we can get that to focus there, you'll see a little lock. But if we go ahead and press both of these down at the same time again, you'll see that little lock icon. Come on. It's not that hard, Geekvape. That little icon did show. Come on. Come on, show my skin. There we go. You'll see that it is now unlocked. It is unfortunately very faint to see on the camera. But that is not only the neat thing, because you are able to see a nicer screen. It is in color. You can change the brightness on it. I won't go into big detail on it. My whole thing that I like about this, come on, show the focus, please. Thank you. I like this switch here. This is a physical firing switch, so that way you don't have to lock it by like turning it off completely or anything of that nature. You can just say, hey, firing button, don't fire, by switching that down. And now it shouldn't fire because now it says it's locked. But as soon as we make it go up, it says it's unlocked, and now you're able to fire your particular tank, whatever you have on there. But basically, that's the real big difference between the Solo and the Aegis, the Aegis Solo and the S100. With this, it is a smaller in size, a little bit easier to handle. It's not as thick compared to the Solo. You're able to pop in any size of 18650, and it's going to work just fine. But basically, if you want a device that has, if you wanted a device that's an upgraded version of the Solo, or even one that is a little bit more powerful, then the S100 is going to be your go-to. Plus, it comes with the Z Sub-Ohm Tank 2021 version. Thank you, Geekvape, for the weird numbering system or naming conventions. It is just basically a Geekvape Zeus tank. You've got great airflow from that. You're getting a better coil or atomizer overall in terms of vapor and flavor production. And those can typically run a little hotter if you need to. Now, you don't need to run this at a full 100 watts. If you do, you're going to bust out your battery. It's going to last a very short amount of time. So stay within the recommended limits for what the manufacturer says. If you do have any questions or comments, leave them below. We'll be more than happy to answer them, or stop by or call us, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Again, my name is Thomas. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.